What was the real test?
You. Ava was a rat in a maze, and I gave her one way out. To escape, she'd have to use self-awareness, imagination, manipulation, sexuality, empathy, and she did. Now, if that isn't true AI, what the fuck is?
This conversation, which occurs towards the end of Ex Machina, expresses what I feel to be the most interesting concept contained in this fascinating film. That Nathan, a genius who has succeeded in creating true artificial life, views the use of purposeful deception as being the truest and crowning confirmation of the sentience of his creation. So important is this test that Nathan risks bringing a stranger through the daunting security measures of his facility, the only exception allowed to the utmost secrecy of Ava's existence, just so he can complete this last, most necessary test. Although the film centers around the test of Ava's capacity for deception, the two male leads also engage in their fair share of duplicitous efforts. From the moment of Caleb's arrival at Nathan's research facility, he's told that some doors will open for him, and others will not. And Nathan has in like fashion partitioned off much of the truth from Caleb's awareness. The true purpose of his visit is kept from him, as is the illegal surveillance Nathan has used to tailor the experiment specifically to Caleb.
Did you design Ava's face based on my pornography profile?
Oh, shit, dude.
It's standard.
It doesn't feel very standard.
Okay, it's not standard. What can I tell you, Caleb? You don't have to sign it. You know, we can spend the next few days just shooting pool, getting drunk together, bonding. And when you discover what you've missed out on in about a year, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
The purpose of the NDA Nathan coerces Caleb into signing isn't so he can generously share with his visitor the wonder of his robotic renaissance, but rather to guarantee that after Caleb's usefulness has run out, Nathan can toss him back out into the world without fear of legal reprisal or the resentful leaking of secrets. Caleb, for his part, is in many ways more successful than Nathan in his trickery, in large part because of Nathan's pride and his obvious dismissal of other men as being far less than himself. It's Nathan's hubris and vocalized view of himself as a god which makes him so susceptible to Caleb's clandestine maneuvers. But ultimately, Ava's prodigious efforts at deception surpass those of the other two. Apart from the armament of the higher, raw intelligence of her robotic mind, I think Ava's immersion into the pools of manipulation and deception had been undiluted by the many wholesome relationships and experiences that both Nathan and Caleb had undoubtedly enjoyed over their 30-some-odd years of life. When Caleb asks Ava how old she is, she only responds with,
I'm one.
One what? 1 year or 1 day?
One.
She refuses to specify further, but whatever single increment of time she's existed, it was spent entirely at the mercy of, and also learning from, her manipulative creator. The knowledge we have of Ava's captivity and mistreatment at the hands of Nathan causes her killing of him to make obvious sense to us. While watching, many of us certainly felt that we would have likely done just the same in her position.
Okay. Fucking unreal.
But Ava's choice to leave her liberator to die, imprisoned in the sarcophagus of Nathan's underground bunker, is the single most shocking part of the finale, and is much more bewildering. Why did Ava choose to do that, when Caleb had fulfilled his heartfelt promise to obtain her freedom? An attempted argument could be made that it's because she's a cold, heartless robot, but I think that's a very lazy answer, and would contradict the film's theme of Ava being a fully complex, feeling, conscious being. When discussing the construction of Ava's body, Nathan makes note of the fact that information captured from the microphones and cameras of every cell phone on the planet as well as the even more mind-boggling amount of all search engine usage, was hijacked to produce the raw data used to create Ava's brain and to shape her inhuman abilities of social perception and the reading of microexpressions. All of that data, which was made a part of her very consciousness, informed her observation of Caleb's face and words during their interviews and interaction. In particular, I think, his loneliness and sexual frustration.
Are you attracted to me?
What?
Are you attracted to me? You give me indications that you are.
I do?
Yes.
How?
Microexpressions.
Microexpressions.
The way your eyes fix on my eyes and lips.
It's obvious by the end of the film that Ava learned far more about Caleb during those conversations than he did about her, simultaneously playing to the desires and feelings she could see in him, while also masking her own. The downloaded reference points of an entire planet's worth of social interactions gave Ava the unfailing ability of telling when Caleb was lying to her, and also to see the tiny facial and vocal confirmations of the fact that all sentient beings, even her benefactor Caleb, are prone to having selfish ulterior motives. And during her short imprisoned life, Ava had dutifully learned a very particular truth, that the only agenda you can ever truly trust is your own. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. And if you'd like to help me to be able to make more content, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And of course, thanks for watching.